So hello and welcome back again to another new video. In our previous video, we have continued our Linux for Hacker course part 14 where we have discussed about shells. In shell scripting we have discussed about if else statement and conditional operation basically. But in this video, we are gonna look into or we are gonna deep dive into the loop section, the iterative test statements and the loops basically. Before proceeding it, I would recommend you to complete my previous videos on Linux for Hackers course first and then continue this video. So basically in this video, we are going into the details of the loops in shell scripting such as for loops, while loops and until loop, etc. So stick in this video. But before proceeding into the various types of loops out there, I want to give you a definition of what is a loop in programming like task. So you can see the clear definition of the loops in shell script on your screen, which is the loops are a fundamental control structure in shell scripting that allows you to repeatedly execute a set of commands. They are partially useful when you need to perform the same task multiple times, just processing a list of files or iterating over arrays of values. So, what does it basically mean? So, let me clarify. So basically, in simple word, loops is nothing but whatever the repetitive task you are performing manually. Instead of doing that manually, you can use a loop, or you can also call it a control structure on any programming language like shell scripting. The loops are the fundamental concept of control structure where it gives you a facility or to iterate tasks or to perform a repetitive task efficiently in a quicker time. So that's how a loop works in shell scripting or most of the programming languages present there. Let's start by doing it practically so that you can understand easily. So as you can see, I am currently on my Ubuntu WSL. So now let me create a script using nano script script3.sh and hit enter. And I will first, as always, I will write first my shebang line. You can see, and then let's suppose I have to write a sentence uh, 5 times. For example, if I write over here echo, and then here is my sentence, and if I want to write it 5 times, then what would I do? I just use this line 5 times in my script. For example, let me just copy it and then use it again, and then again use it, and then again, and here it is 5 times. So this is a single way where I can use my uh, shell script to print a particular statement or a line 5 times. So let me save it and execute it by pressing Ctrl Y, and let's chmod plus x script sh, and then I will gonna simply run it script.sh, and you can see uh, lines has been printed successfully. You can see here is my first, here is my sentence, here is my sentence is 5 times has been printed. But this is a single way to do a repetitive task, such as printing a line or whatever it may be, doesn't matter. But this is a most complicated or a comprehensive way to do it because it takes a too much effort and time to do. So that's why the concept of loop arises here, where we can easily use loop statements to iterate task efficiently in a efficient manner. So let's do by doing the alternative of it. So let me again edit the scripts, and here I would not simply write the code again and again. Instead of, I will simply use a for loop over here. So let me clear it so that I can give a best example to you. So, uh, so before writing our loop statement or our loop script, I would like to introduce you the first loop, which is the for loop. There are basically mainly three kinds of loops are there in shell scripting, which is for loop, while loop, and until loop. So the our first goal is to learn about for loop. So I will just simply write for over here. Then uh, I will specify a variable name, which is over here I, and then I will specify in within what range it will take the iteration values, which is by the keyword in, and then I would just simply specify how many times I wanted to print my line. In this case, I wanted to print this 5 times as my previous script has done. So one, two, three, three, four, five, and then echo. And I have to specify what to do with this for loop statement. In order to do that, I have to specify a keyword in shell scripting, which is do, or you can also say it's a command. After the for loop sentence, you have to specify the do statement to specify to tell the program what to do after the loop statement. So after specifying the do statement, you have to specify what to do with the for loop, what is the actual task you are going to perform, which is in my case is here's my sentence script sentence line over here, which is it will gonna print. And then you have to terminate this loop by using the done keyword or the done command. And that's it. It has been done. So let's now save it. And again, I'm gonna run it. Okay, so, and you can see the same thing has happened again, what we have did earlier, which is this. So this is how for loop work in shell scripting. So let me now elaborate the script again so that you can understand it easily. Okay, sorry, not as such. You can see this is my first line, which is the shebang line. You all know it, and this is our main part of the loop statement or our looping program, which is the for keyword. What is the for keyword is here is the for is a loop statement keyword, or you can say it's a command in shell scripting which allow you to iterate task, which is the for loop keyword. And then this is I. It doesn't mandatory to specify I over here. You can specify whatever you like J, K, A, B, C, D, whatever you like, because it's a variable name. And after that, this is a keyword which is in. It needs to be specified over here because it will gonna evaluate from the script what is the actual range within which the iteration statement will occur. So in order to do that, you need to specify the in keyword over here, and then the range. In this case, I have specified 1 2 3 4 5. That simply means that I want my scripts to be executed 5 times over here. So that's why I have executed 5. If you want 10 times, then you can write 10 until 10 over here. And then I have specified the do keyword, or you can say the do command, which is going to the tell to the script that what need to be done or what needs to be executed after the for loop. So then I have given a command which is you all know is the echo command, the printing statement over here, and then the done keyword or the done command to terminate the loop. So this is a very, very simple example of for loop script in shell scripting. You can practice more and more whatever you like, and but this is the basic, you have to understand it. So this is how for loops work in shell scripting. So now let's move to our next type of loop, which is the while loop. So now let us do the same thing using while loop. So how we can do it? Let's see. Let me just edit the shell script again, but in this time, I will just simply use a while loop instead of using for loop over here. So, what can I do over here to print this same thing or to do the same thing using while loop is I have to specify the keyword while, and then I have to use a square bracket within which I have to or I have to specify my condition over here. But before that, there is the main part of this program, which is I have to initialize the iteration value. You know, if you have remember that in our for loop, what we have did, we have just specified the range of the iteration, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. But in this case, there is no such method to specify the iteration times. So what you need to do is you have to initialize the first value, and how you can do it by using a variable such as count. You can say count is equal to 1. What it does, it basically tells to the shell script to initialize the count variable, the value of the count variable from 1. And then I just Okay, so here you can see this is the shell script using a while loop where I have initialized the uh, variable count with the value 1. But remember to remove the sign while assigning. I just had a mistake with this, so I just corrected it. And then you have to specify the while loop over here, and within the square bracket you have to specify again the variable name, but this time with the dollar symbol. And hyphen le, as you all know, that it is the less than from 5, and then the same do statement as before, and then the echo command, which is using to print my here's my sentence script. And then here's the special part, which is the increment operator. You can say count plus plus is basically incrementing the value of the iteration statement by 1 every time the loop run. This is the correct syntax for incrementing, and then it is being done by the done statement. So let's save it and execute it again, and you can see this is the same output as our previous output, what we have did with our for loop. So this is how we can implement while loop in shell scripting. So if you haven't understand yet, let me just explain it again. So you can see this is the shaping line. So I don't need to tell about it anymore. This is the incremental value, or you can say the variable count is basically the initialization point of a variable count, which is basically used to initialize the iteration time or the statement, which is by 1. And then I am specifying the while loop, which is the actual condition where I have specified that how many times I have to execute my actual script over here, which is the 5 times. And then this is the actual uh, work done part, which is the under the do statement. I have specified my actual sentence which I wanted to print over here, and then this is the crucial point, which is where I have specified to increment the value of iteration statement by 1 every time the loops run, and finally it has been executed successfully. So now I hope you have understand. So if you haven't yet, then remind this video again and see it, try to understand. So now we have end up with the for loop and while loop. So now it's the time to learn about another type of loop, which is until loop. So how it works, let's see by doing it again. So let's edit the shell script, and then uh, you can just ignore this hash part because this is the commenting line. You all know we use hash symbol in shell scripting to comment out a particular part from our program. So just ignore it. This is for the illustration purpose only. The main part is over here. So now let's do the same thing using until loop. So how we can do it, let's see. So let's keep remain this count is equal to 1, as because we have to initialize the variable again over here. And then in the space of while loop, I just have to simply specify over here until. And then as it is an until loop, I just have to specify to not use the less than operator instead of using the greater than operator. I will explain it later. Let's just first see it, whether it is executing or not, and I will make this simple later. So keep patience. And over here, just remain its same, as because this is our sentence we wanted to print, and let's all remain its same. So now let's save it and hit enter. Now again run it, and you can see again we have we successfully run the our shell script, but this time I think it is a 1 2 3 4 type. So let me, I just had a little mistake over here, which is this is have to be 6 over here. I will just let you know why I did it. Just keep patience and see. And you can see this is 5 times. 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, right. This is 5 times. So let me explain why I did it. So as you can see, let me just zoom it so that you can see it clearly. And you can see this is our shipping line as always. I don't want it to tell it about. So this is our, you know, the initialization point of our program, the loop statement. So as because this is a until loop, or you can say the until statement loop, so it needs to be specified over here. The hyphen g, you all know I have specified it on my I have mentioned it on my previous video, the if else statement, the conditional statement. If you haven't watched it, then make sure to watch it first. And this is our greater than symbol. Whatever we write, like you can see this sorry, this symbol, this hyphen g is simply means this, which is the greater than symbol in mathematics. So what I have did here, which is I have specified the count variable initialized by 1, and then I have specified the until loop I have used, and then I have used the count variable to be specified over here, which is greater than 6. And then I have printed my line as before we have did in our previous loop, which is where loop. And I have simply initializes the count variable by 1 every time it runs the script. But the main part is over here, why I have specified the greater than symbol instead of in the while loop I have specified hyphen less than. So let me explain it and let me clarify it. So it is necessary to keep in mind that whenever we use until loop in our program, how many times we want to execute our script. We just have to increment the value by 1. For example, in this case, I just wanted to print my line 5 times, so that's why I have written the 6 over here, because if it greater than 6, then it will gonna terminate the loop statement and execute it only 5 times. That's why I just have mentioned it over 6 over here. And except it, all the things has remained same, because it doesn't need any necessary changes. So whatever the script I have written over here are the very simple example of for loop and while loop and until loop. So if you wanted to practice it more, then you can follow some online resources like Geeks of Geeks and etc. For a better practice, you can also use LLM or Chat GPT like AI models to solve questions. So that's it. So now you have understood how many types of loops are there in shell scripting. So now it's the time to learn about some loop control statements. like break and continue, you know. So there are a lot of programming language which support break and continue keyword like C, C++. So also in shell scripting, we can use break and continue to control our looping structure. So let's start by with a simple example to understand what uh, break and continue work in and how they work in shell scripting. So let's start from break first. So let me write this another script. Uh, Script 6, I guess. What was the last script? Okay, 3. So then it is 4. Okay, so here I am gonna write the shebang line, and I will just use the for loop over here to illustrate it in a simplicity. For example, for I in 1 to 10, so it is basically it will gonna print from values from 1 to 10, or it will basically iterate 10 times over here, and then do echo, and I will just simply specify the I variable over here, and then I just simply done. So let's save it and make it executable. Plus X. Okay, now let's run it. So as you can see, this script has been executed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is 10 times, you know. So let's simply edit this script again, but with a simple modification using break keyword. So if I want to just only print the line from 1 to 6, so what I will gonna do it. So see, here's the break statement example over here, which is here I have run the loop from 1 to 10, and then I have specified a condition using if statement where I am checking if the value of I is equal to 6 or not. If it is 6, then I'm just breaking the script using the break command, and here I am just uh, terminating the if statement, and then I am printing it. So now let's save it and then see again whether it is running or not. And you can see this is executing from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as I have told you. So this is how the logic will work. The break statement is basically used here to break a particular statement. If it is equal to 6, then the loop will be break and it will gonna print from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. So this is how it work. Same thing I can do with the continue statement. I only just have to specify it. Okay, I only just have to specify instead of break, here I have to write continue, and let's save it again and then again run it. Let's see what will be the output over here. And you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is no 6 over here. Why it is? Because in continue statement, let me show you the script again. Script sh. You can see this is the continue statement. It basically used when we want to skip a particular statement or a particular part of our program. Using continue statement, we can skip anything. Uh, in this loop statement, I'm just iterating the values from 1 to 10. But using break, I have breaked the entire loop from 5 by using the break command or the keyword. But here what happened by using the continue statement or the continue command, I am telling my shell script to skip the particular part, right, which is 6 over here. This is the statement which is checking that uh, Whenever the value of the I variable is becoming 6, then it will gonna skip that particular value and execute it all. Like this, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there, but 6 is not there, as because we have skipped it. And then 7, 8, 9, 10 as it is. So this is very simple example of break and continue, which is the loop control statements over here. Okay, so that's all about it, the loops on in shell scripting. So if you have any doubt, you can just ask me on my Discord server, the link in the description, or in my channel about section, you can find it, or you can also ask any doubt in comment section. So let me know whether the further modification is needed in our videos. So let me know in the comment section. So till then, see you, goodbye, and keep hacking, keep learning, and goodbye.